YouTube doesn't flag this video because every time I've tried to go live, it's like, oh, this is a kid. I'm not a kid. I am a teenager. I am in fact 16 years old. So hopefully you guys will be able to comment. I don't know. It didn't work last time. Why is it so like dark in here? I think my lights are at the highest setting. They are. What if I turn this off? That's just really dark. Well, you guys can kind of see. Alright, so this morning I woke up and I really wanted apple crisp or apple crumble. So that's what I'm doing. This is one cut up apple. I'm going to show you guys how I'm making it too. So this is one cut up apple. It's a big apple. I don't know how, like, this is a really big apple. The recipe I saw, like the recipes, I just kind of like look around and then guesstimate. But the recipes I saw said like a small apple, but I don't have a small apple. I have a big apple. So, first things first, I think I'm going to throw this into this bowl because I have to mix it with, they said about a tablespoon of water, but because this is like a big ass apple, I'm going to do 2. Usually I add lemon juice. I don't know why it didn't say lemon juice. Should I add some? I think I'm going to add some lemon juice. Executive decision being made here. It's probably expired like forever ago, but it still smells good and it still tastes good. So who cares? That's the energy we have today. Okay, now that I have my apples in here, I can add some cinnamon. It said like 1/4 teaspoon, but we're just gonna like throw a bunch in there. And then like mix it up, I guess. Because like you want it to be nice and mixed up, because these are like cinnamon apples, you know? So I gotta make sure it's all good in there. I love apple crisp and apple crumble so much. It's like a key part of my childhood. And usually my mom makes it, and it's usually as a dessert. However, I am not using, like, apples are already sweet. So that helps. Okay, this is like pretty mixed up. Apples are pretty sweet. So I'm just not going to add sugar to, you'll see. You will see. Okay, I feel like I added too much water, but it's whatever. My cat is right behind me. Do not jump on the counter. Do not even think about it. She wants to jump on the counter. But I'm telling her no. Okay, because I'm lazy and I don't like doing dishes. Oh, by the way, this apple can be peeled if you want, but peeling is a lot of work, so I didn't peel my apple. So in this bowl, which was technically it was for the apples. However, we're using it for everything else too, because you need a top. Oh, by the way, Jada, no. She's trying to attack me now. You have to set your oven to, I think it was like 400. So I'm preheating my oven to 400. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of rolled oats. And this is for the topping, by the way. So 2 tablespoons of rolled oats. A little bit of salt, like just a splash. A pinch, per se. And like I said, because I want it to be a little less, like, filled with sugar, I'm only doing 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Normally it would be 2, but I'm only doing 1. Because I don't want to have diabetes. Flour, also I think like 2 tablespoons, or like a tablespoon. This is like a heaping tablespoon. Yeah, we'll go with that. A heaping tablespoon of flour. A heaping tablespoon seems pretty good. Now that I have that, I need a spoon. Luckily, I have all the things I need right here. I usually use a spoon, but you could also use a fork because that'll help the butter mix in. And mind you, like, I'm not really going off of a recipe. This is just my brain and having made this multiple times. Because I do that with snickerdoodles too. I don't have a recipe for the snickerdoodles I make. I just kind of like feel it and understand. It's really all about like ratios, you know? Okay, so this is what it looks like. And obviously we add more cinnamon. I don't think other recipes call for cinnamon in here, but I don't know why you wouldn't put cinnamon in here because apples, cinnamon or not. Okay. Beautiful. Now, a very important part. You have to add, some people use coconut oil. I personally use butter. It's like a pat of butter. If you don't know what that is, it's just like a slice of butter that looks like this. Beautiful. Slap that in there. Now, that is what makes the top crumbly. Because right now it's literally just, I don't even know what this is. It's just a sad little mixture. And this is where the fork comes in. It's helpful to have your fork in there to kind of like mash it together against the side and really mix it in. I might need more butter. I usually just kind of like eyeball it a little bit. So just kind of mash that in there. Oh, my phone is dying. I started off when it was at like 15% and now it's at like 11. So hopefully I can finish this live and get this into the oven. I'm not gonna finish baking it, but I can post what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, so right now it's not looking very crumbly. It's very like, it's very separated. You have the dry stuff and you have the not dry stuff, which means we add more butter because butter fixes everything. And you know, I want to do this single serving, but I have a feeling it's going to be a little more than a single serving. This might be like 2 servings with the way this is going. You can also use your hands to mix this. That's how I usually do it, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it with a fork because that's what my mom does. She says it works for her. Never works for me. I always end up using my fingers. But it's just like keep mixing. Even if it looks like it's not mixing, I promise you it's mixing. It's just flat on fan. See, now I get the low power mode notifications. That is not very cutesy. We're just going on with our hands because why is this taking so long? It should not be taking this long. And I just kind of like, ugh. Oh, and wash your hands before doing this. Like, I would never do this unless my hands were washed. And it doesn't matter that you're going with your hands because the thing is, you end up having to sprinkle it onto the crumble anyway. And you could use a spoon for that. I don't. So now, we take the crumble, which is very crumbly, like, yeah. And you just kind of put it on top. Don't mind the mess I'm making here, you guys. It's rough. My parents and my brother are gone right now. They're at my little brother's soccer game. And I was up till like 11:30 last night because I had work. So I was like, do not wake me. You guys, I'll come to another game another time this year. For now, I want to be home. Okay, I feel like our ratio of crumbled apples is not sufficient. So I'm going to wash my hands. Actually, I'm just going to rinse them off to be quite honest. Okay, so our crumble ratio, not enough crumble. You know what that means? Extra of everything. I don't want to put we're doing an extra tablespoon of everything. Also, don't like use the same tablespoon in something after you used it in flour because flour, especially for something like sugar or rolled oats, because sugar you sometimes use without cooking it, and raw flour needs to be cooked, and that can contaminate it. So we don't like cross-contamination here. That is a big no-no. Okay, and then to like half a teaspoon of this flour. Okay, and then more butter. I almost added maple sugar, but I'm like, it'll be fine, right? I don't know. Okay, this should be the last amount that we need, if all goes well. Hey guys. Oh, I forgot to add cinnamon. Can't believe you guys let me not add cinnamon. The audacity y'all have. Okay. Going with the hands once again. Again, this gets a little messy, but you know, it's worth it for the end result if you ask me. I'd rather my hands be messy and then I get to eat delicious apple crumble than my hands not get messy and then I don't get to eat delicious apple crumble. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add, I always have like a towel on me so I can like wipe off my hands quickly when I'm baking. Ugh. Oh my god. I'm trying to open this syrup and it was not coming off. Okay, kid you not, a dash. Okay, that was a little more than intended. I don't know why this thing is still... I hate lids, you guys. They're so annoying. I'm gonna have to wipe it down. It's kind of got a little messy. Alright, we're gonna use the fork this time. So I quite frankly, don't want to touch the maple syrup. That gets real sticky. Like butter gets oily, but syrup gets sticky. Alright, perfect. Now that we have an extra tablespoon to slap on here, I think we are done. And like I like to make sure it's like evenly spread out around the edges and it looks all good. Now normally I would do this in a deeper container, but this is really all I have. So yeah. Now my oven is almost heated to 400, so I'm gonna throw it in and then I'll post a little short when it comes back out. But thank you for spending 12 minutes with me learning how to make apple crumble by yourself for one serving. If this is a one serving too. This is like, it's looking like 2 servings. Yeah, this is gonna last me a long time. But thanks for watching, you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this was a great start to your morning. Yeah, how do I stop this with my hands like this? Oh, I'm doing it.